Welcome back. It's Diamond K in the morning on the all new radioonfire.com. Here on the show, we deliver the biggest political and news stories of the day with interviews and original reporting from across the country. Diamond K is upbeat. Diamond K in the morning, fun, but I also want to expose what is really happening in America. New episodes of the program drop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. But I don't want you to miss any of our live broadcasts. So in addition to the 8 a.m. program, we drop content throughout the day as news happens. Hit that notification bell so you get an alert when we go live. So Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott, Governor Larry Hogan, I think that there's always been some tension there. And the two have clashed over comments that Baltimore City gets more COVID-19 vaccines than they are entitled to. Nikki in the building. How you doing, Nikki?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
So have you heard about this back and forth that Mayor Scott and Governor Hogan have had?
Actually, I have not. So can you unpack it a little bit for me?
Yeah, definitely. So Baltimore's mayor, Brandon Scott, friend of the show.
Yep.
And Larry Hogan, governor of Maryland, have had this little war of words, so to speak. And I have to side with Brandon Scott on this one.
Okay.
Governor Hogan, who I have always said is not a friend to Baltimore City. I think that our two previous mayors, Governor Hogan has tried to throw under the bus on different occasions, right? So he did that to these women. Now he has a guy, and Brandon Scott knows that Governor Hogan has thrown our two previous mayors under the bus on different occasions. So he's already ready. So he's like, what this Bama going to say, right? He's already ready for him, right?
That's good.
And I'm glad. And Governor Hogan, in true fashion, true form, most Republicans talks out of both sides of his neck, right? Okay. 1 minute, he seems like he's our friend. Then the next minute, he does something shady. That's what Republicans usually do.
True that.
So this controversy started earlier this week when Mayor Scott asked the governor to reserve some doses at the two state-run mass vaccination sites in Baltimore. He wanted to reserve them for city residents. I don't think that's I don't think that's controversial, right?
Not at all.
If we were in PG County, the PG rep would be like, hold on a second, Playboy. Can we get these vaccines reserved for the PG Bammers that live here? That wouldn't have been far-fetched.
No.
Right?
Right.
It wouldn't have been far-fetched. Half of the doses that are given at those sites should go to folks who live in that jurisdiction, is what Mayor Scott said at the time. Nothing wrong with that. We were talking in other states, they're talking about people that were coming into their states just to get vaccinated and different things like that. So for him to say this should be for folks that live in this jurisdiction, I don't see what the problem with that is, right? So Thursday, they opened a new vaccination site in M&T Bank Stadium, the Ravens Stadium, which is where is it?
City.
Where specifically? Downtown Baltimore, right?
Yes.
Downtown Baltimore. And I don't have any issue with that, right?
All right.
And so that was what the question was. So Mike Helgren of WJZ asked the governor this.
Mayor Scott had said that he would like a certain percentage of vaccines at this site reserved for city residents. Is that feasible?
Okay, I think that is feasible, right? I think that is something that can happen. But let's keep in mind, we can't really trust Boss Hogg. All right, we can't trust Boss Hogg that much.
He does look like
right. He does look like Boss Hogg. That's why I keep him out of that white car with the convertible white car, because they be All right, and Cletus, right?
Pretty good imitation.
And then we gonna have some girl with the Daisy Duke. So,
Oh,
all right, so here was the response from the governor.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that the Equity Task Force will be talking about. I know that the general is having discussions. We're talking about that with our partners at UMS. As of last week, Baltimore City had gotten far more than they really were entitled to. We've got now 2 mass vax sites here. The city health department is only doing 14% of the shots here in the city. We're doing, with other partners, 86% of the effort. We have the vaccines here. We just got to get more people in these communities. The vaccine, which is why we're going out into the community this weekend. The general, lieutenant governor will be out at churches in Baltimore City, and we're all focused on this equity issue. But Baltimore City, we've been doing everything we possibly can to help them. Our partners are trying to help them, and we'll continue to do so.
All right. Yeah. See, I really don't like. So it's a fine line. You just feel like at any moment he's going to say something crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't like a help them. Like
help
it
them.
was like a them and a
who's them?
Them and a us. Like
who's them?
Right. I don't like that. I don't like the tone of that at all.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't like it either. And I'm very glad that Mayor Scott is calling Boss Hogg out on his words. He ain't gonna be around that much longer. Term's almost up, right?
Yeah, but what made that reporter ask that question anyway?
He's saying because that's something that Brandon Scott said earlier in the week. Okay. So he was trying to spark some stuff up, and he did that. That was he did that. And that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to ask questions. And Governor Hogan is a skilled politician, and he could have ducked and dodged that if he so chose to. When he wants to be, I guess I just felt like at one moment it's like them. Baltimore City is just the code for Black people, and I don't. We're going to churches. We're going to churches. We're going to sub shops and liquor stores. I mean, you might as well said all that, right? But he continued. Here's what he said today.
The mayor made several comments for like a solid week about Baltimore City wasn't getting enough vaccines, and that was just false. He apparently doesn't have the information. Baltimore City did get far more than their allocation would be based on population. They got more than all the states, all the counties that are much bigger. So I think Baltimore City is the 5th largest population, and they got the number 1 amount of vaccines. So it's just false factually.
All right. So that's his response. I don't think that the relationship is going to get any better.
No, doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. But in addition to getting backlash from the mayor, the governor's entitled quote unquote comment drew backlash from a number of current and former city leaders. I just entitled to. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. The state did reserve some doses for Prince George's County residents at the mass vaccination sites at Six Flags. And slightly more than 7% of our Marylanders have been vaccinated as of today. So here's the thing. You open up a vaccination site in Baltimore City to vaccinate the people in Baltimore City. True?
Right, right. And it's in a huge place. So I don't even understand. I don't understand. I'm so lost because I don't understand why you would use that huge facility in Baltimore City.
If it's not for Baltimore City.
If it's not for Baltimore City.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is just I don't like the way that he handled that, talking about Governor Hogan. And it just doesn't make sense. The folks that live in Baltimore City are not going to go to PG County to get their vaccines if that's what they want to get vaccines. And I don't even want a vaccine right now. But I'm just saying the folks that do want the vaccine, because I know plenty of people that do want the vaccine. But those residents are not going to go, nor should they go to Baltimore County or PG County to get it.
So let me get this straight. So they opened up. So M&T Bank Stadium is there for vaccinations. People can go get vaccinations there that are in 1A, 1B, or 1C category. Yes, right. But don't live in Baltimore City. They can live anywhere.
Yeah, well, that is something that
that's what I'm like.
they're making this up as they go along. Okay.
Okay,
So they're making this up as they go along. Baltimore City Councilman Dorsey called Governor Hogan a lying, racist scumbag.
Wow.
Okay. That's easy. Okay.
That's
that was Ryan Dorsey, Baltimore City Councilman. And of course, we talked about Mayor Brandon Scott taking exception to Governor Hogan's claim on the vaccine supply. Hogan's approach is just wrong. It's just wrong. I mean, when I think about Hogan, what makes me super angry is the way he handled the red line. Do you remember the red line?
Yes.
Right? They were doing all of this construction, trying to bring folks back to live in Baltimore City to work, downtown in different parts. And they wanted this transportation system that was going to go straight down Evanston Avenue and some other places. And he canceled that coming in. I never forgave him for that. Okay. And he reallocated funds for, he's a PG County guy. He's wherever he's from, it's not Baltimore City. And he looks to steal money from Baltimore City. He looks down on Baltimore City. And this is just another example of that. It's another example of that.
Sure not hiding it. Wow.
Huh?
He's sure not hiding it.
No. He used to hide it under his hair, and now his hair is gone, so he has nowhere to hide his contempt for Baltimore City. Wow. Yeah, it's clear that he has it. Definitely. Talking about the soon-to-be gone Governor Larry Hogan and all of these folks in Baltimore, all these Democrats, black people in Baltimore rushed out. Larry Hogan's our friend. Larry, we love Larry Hogan. Yeah, Larry Hogan doesn't love you, right? Larry Hogan can't come to the barbecue.
Not at all.
All right, he'd send his lieutenant governor, and I don't, he is black, but his barbecue admission card is under review. So I'll let you know about the lieutenant governor. Diamond K in the morning on the all-new radioonfire.com. We are also available in the WRF radio app. Simply download WRF radio in your app store. Leave me a comment. You can scroll your timeline, attend a Zoom meeting on mute, or do some online shopping and listen to Diamond K in the morning. Thanks as always, Nikki. Do you shout out your social media?
Sometimes. Nikki S. At Nikki S617 on Instagram.
Okay. Be clear. I am at the Diamond K Show at Radio on Fire. And we'll be back on Monday. Or as news breaks, you may see us pop up in your feed. You can always support Diamond K in the morning via Cash App, $ DJ Diamond K, or PayPal, DJDiamondK@gmail.com, and visit radioonfire.com.